What evil prank have you pulled off? My mom's not exactly a tech wizard. She uses her laptop for emails, Facebook, and looking up recipes she'll never make. The rest she mostly ignores. Her wallpaper, her desktop background, has been the same photo for years. Her granddaughter in a pink tutu, age 3, beaming at the camera from the back garden. It's her pride and joy. Every time she opens the laptop, she smiles at that photo like she's seeing it for the first time. So when I was visiting a few years ago, and she asked me to fix some silly browser issue, I couldn't resist. It wasn't anything malicious. I didn't mess with her files or delete anything important, but while I had her laptop open and she was in the kitchen making tea, I saw the wallpaper again and had an idea. I copied the photo, not once, not twice, 100 times. Each copy got a slightly different file name, 221.jpg, 222.jpg, all the way to 22100.jpg. Then I changed the desktop settings to play a slideshow, a new photo every 10 seconds. But the joke was, of course, they were all the same picture, exactly the same. No visual change, just rotating through clones, except one. Tucked in somewhere around number 57, I opened the image in Paint and added a tiny, perfect curly mustache just under her tiny nose. A little black twirl, subtle, not cartoonish, no eyebrows, no glasses, no big red clown nose, just that one little addition. Then I saved it, set the slideshow in motion, closed everything up, and handed the laptop back like nothing had happened. It took 2 days before she said anything. We were in the living room watching some British detective drama she loves, when she paused the TV and looked at me. "Can I ask you something?" And don't laugh. That's how I knew it had begun. She said, "I think there's something wrong with my computer." I asked what was happening. She said, "The picture of Maisie, sometimes she has a mustache." I bit the inside of my cheek to keep from cracking up. "She what?" "She has a mustache. Just a tiny little one. Right here." She motioned under her nose. "But when I go to show someone, it's gone again." I nodded seriously. "That's odd." She narrowed her eyes. "Do you think it's a virus?" I said, "Well, I suppose anything's possible." The next day, she asked again. It happened twice today. I was just reading the news and then suddenly she had this mustache again. I blinked and it was gone. That's when she started getting paranoid. She took a photo of the screen with her phone the next time it happened, but it was mid-change, and she ended up with the normal photo again. I gave her the most supportive look I could muster and said, "Maybe you're just tired? Eye strain, try taking breaks." She started avoiding using her laptop for long stretches, would go read in the garden instead. She even Googled image glitch looks like mustache, but got nowhere. Day 5, she called me into the room. "There it is," she whispered, pointing at the screen. "Do you see it?" And there she was, Maisie in the tutu, same bright grin, but with the curly little mustache, clear as day. I looked at it, then I gasped and said, "Oh my God, it's real." She was so relieved. "You see it too?" I nodded. "Absolutely." We stared at it together for a few seconds, and then it switched, back to the original. She looked at me, mouth open. "Did you just see that? It changed." I just said, That's incredible. Maybe your laptop is haunted." She nearly hit me. At that point, I gave it another day before I cracked. I figured I'd pushed her far enough. That night, after dinner, I brought in the laptop and told her I'd figured it out. I opened the settings, showed her the slideshow, the 100 copies of the same photo. She stared at the list in disbelief. "You made 100 copies? Just for that one?" "Not just that," I said. "One of them's very special." Then I pulled up the mustache version. Her face went blank. Then she laughed so hard she snorted. She laughed until she had to sit down. She called me a little bastard with tears in her eyes and said it was the best prank anyone had pulled on her in years. The next day, she kept the slideshow on, even added her own edits to other photos. Silly hats, bunny ears, devil horns. Maisie became a walking circus in that folder. Mom emailed me a few of them later with captions like, "Maisie, age 4, now a pirate," and "Maisie meets Salvador Dali." It became her little hobby. She told her book club about the prank, her walking group, her neighbor who printed one of the mustache pictures and stuck it on her fridge. Years later, when Maisie was older, Mom told her the whole story, and Maisie loved it too. They still joke about it. Every now and then, I get a text from Mom with a screenshot of a new haunted photo she's made. That one dumb mustache brought so much laughter to her house. I think that's what makes it the best prank I've ever pulled. Not because it fooled her for days, or because it made her question reality just a little, but because once the joke was up, it became something she genuinely loved. A gag that became a game, and then a tradition. Every now and then, when I visit, I still sneak a mustache into her slideshow. It never gets old.